Hi, this is Ferre with TaxSaleSupport.com. I'm here with Stephen Swenson again, and this is another one of our Property Deal of the Week videos here for the very end of October, October 29th, 2021.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about Virginia. Now, Virginia is a tax deed state, which means they actually foreclose on the property and offer it up at an auction.
Yeah, so you can basically buy the property there using highest bid, just like other auctions, either through on-site and online auctions. They have both.
Yeah, and the minimum bid is going to start at the back taxes and penalties and fees, and like Shade said, whoever's the high bidder is going to win the property.
Yeah. Now, before we move on there, we noticed that only about 15% of you are subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed yet, we want to encourage you to subscribe so that every time we produce a new video, you'll know about it.
Yeah, would love to have you.
So this week we're going to be talking about Stafford County, Virginia, and this is a sale that's scheduled for November 3rd, and it's going to be an on-site auction.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be taking place there at the County Administrative Building there in Stafford County. And so we can see it's there on Courthouse Road. This is a live in-person auction. And one of the advantages to the live in-person auction, especially one of this size, is you're really just going to be competing with local investors.
Yeah, just the other people there that show up. And there are some pretty good properties that are in some of these lists.
Yeah, exactly. November 3rd at 11 a.m. So this first property, it's really kind of interesting. We're really talking about a good-sized piece of land here. It's 13.7 acres.
Yeah, and it also looks like it's likely commercial. Or, if not commercial, it could certainly have commercial implications.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, within the commercial district. One thing I noticed as well is we do have road access directly to the site, so it's not landlocked. And we're talking about a pretty good sized parcel here with a high value. We're talking about a assessed value of, 1.7. I think that this property probably has a market value of over $2 million.
Yeah, it really is. And so the opening bid will probably it'll start out at about 10% of that. It'll probably start out at around $170,000 or so.
Yeah, probably between 150 to 200.
Yeah.
I would imagine. That's generally what we're seeing in most of these tax sales.
Yeah.
This property here, you may be a little bit leery just by buying it because in a way it is kind of connected to a road, but kind of a larger road. But this property's 41 acres that's connected to the property we just looked at.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you could, if you got one, it would be ideal, to get the other. Of course, this one by itself is valued, very highly at $2.7 million. And so between the two, you have that's 60-something acres of property, or 60 acres of property valued at probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $5-6 million.
Well, and you can see that there's both commercial, but then also across the street there's residential. So there's a lot of possibility with this particular lot in looking at either aspect.
Yeah.
It could be work good for condominiums or apartments. One thing I did want to point out is that I noticed back in 2014, the assessment on the property was, $4.8 million.
Yeah.
And they ended up, dropping it down. They had it reassessed in 2016, went down to 2.7. But, a few years ago, they had this, a couple $1 million more assessed than it currently is.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah. Combined total on them wouldn't quite be as high as I was thinking there, but it's still pretty high, and also a pretty big chunk of land, that has pretty good value.
Yeah. This third property isn't connected to the other two, or I guess it is connected to the other two. It's just at the very end of it, but there is road access to it, and it's a smaller parcel, where the value is around $325,000.
Yeah. And so, it'll open up at about 10% of that, around $32,000, but it's still a fairly good-sized piece of property.
Yeah. All three of them kind of within the same area.
Yeah, really close to each
other. And probably most likely owned by the same owner.
Yeah.
Who's essentially defaulting on all three of them.
And here we have another property. This one's a little bit smaller, more of a building lot for a single-family home. It's 0.45 acre and is assessed to be worth about $75,000.
Yeah, these are the kind of lots that we like to go after. We have our coaching students go after, where you can pick this up. It has a high value, good building lot. When if you pick it up, you can take it through quiet title, get a clean title for it, and then sell it for that $75,000 to $100,000 price.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, again, these are properties we've been looking at in Stafford County, Virginia. This is a live on-site auction that is going to be held here. I think it was on November 3rd.
Yeah, exactly. November 3rd down there at the county administrative building. So, there's a bunch. It's mostly just land in that auction, but there is some good properties available.
Yeah, awesome. Well, if you like this information and you'd like more, you should really look into our membership program at Tax Sale Support. It's only $39 a month, and you can basically cancel at any time. But that includes live training as well as access to all the tax sale lists.
Yeah, that's going to give you access to our over-the-counter list, our online auctions, our auction calendar. Plus, me and Shay do a weekly webinar every single week, which we focus on new topics. So if you're interested in it, go ahead and check it out. We think it's the best value.
Yeah. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like button.
Yeah, appreciate it.